Okay, you have written out a long form piece of content. It's juicy. It took you several hours and you have actually leaned into SEO. Like you're wanting to grow out your SEO, right? As a family photographer. You hit publish and then what? In this video, I'm going to showcase my literal step-by-step instructions on how my SOP looks like, for my standard operating procedure looks like for promoting and marketing that long form piece of content. So it's not just like staying still, staying stagnant. It has a plan and it's promoting my business even while I'm away from my desk. So I'm glad you're here. My name is Dolly DeLong. I am a Nashville-based family photographer, and I also am a systems and workflow and marketing educator, and I love educating other family photographers on how to create systems, workflows, and marketing workflows for themselves so that they can promote themselves and have a cadence and have systems so everything is streamlined and magical. So again, thank you for hitting play on this, and I hope that this short and sweet video will encourage you to find a good SOP, standard operating procedure, on promoting your long form content. So let's dive in. Now, before we dive in, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by the Family Photographers Marketing Society. It is my marketing membership for family photographers who are sick and tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall with marketing, and they want to find a consistent marketing cadence for their business. So it is a weekly Google Doc I send out. It helps you see how to market your family photography business on Instagram and through email marketing. And it uses my 4C method, in which I talk about how to talk to different clients at different customer journeys, where they are on their client journey with you and your business, from awareness all the way to the decision action stage. I share and showcase with family photographers in the membership on what content to concentrate on week after week, so that it takes the guesswork and the hard work off of their plates. And it's supposed to be done in between 2 to 3 hours every single week, so their marketing plan can be batched out, and therefore you can just work on other things in your family photography business and not guess your way through marketing. So check out the Family Photographers Marketing Society to develop a specific cadence, a consistent cadence for your family photography business. Now let's dive into Trello, where I can showcase to you my specific workflow. All right. Okay, so a lot of this I want to be fully transparent with the viewer. If you see podcast, it's because I also use the same board for my podcast every single week. So I'm all about utilizing what's already working for me. And so I originally created this board for my podcast. This is my SOP for promoting my podcast. And now I use the same board for my blog. So if you're like, why does this say podcast? That's why. Okay. So we are going to scroll over here, and let's pretend that once like it says ACAST, let's pretend you have hit publish on your blog, and we're going to start here. So I'm not going to open this up because this is my checklist of how I optimize it in WordPress using Yoast. You might use something else. So I want you to Google whatever blogging platform you use. See if there's a plugin like Yoast that will help you out with SEO, and it will give you step-by-steps. And so that's what I do in here. And so I go down the checklist and I make sure that my blog is fully optimized for Yoast. And then I go down here and it says Show It, because I use Show It as my website platform. You might use Squarespace or Wix. So I have a checklist of what, after I do a blog post, I then go into Show It and I update the links in Show It to optimize for that blog. So what I mean by that, on my Instagram bio, on my links, I want to make sure to have a Show It webpage that is like dollydalongphotography.com/Instagram, for example. And so that Instagram link in bio is a Show It webpage. And so I want to update that Show It webpage so that anybody who visits from Instagram will see my updated blog post. So hopefully that makes sense. So I have a checklist of what I do there. And then right after I optimize my current website with my updated blog, I then go down to Google My Business. So Google My Business is, I've set up a profile, a business profile, and I like to, whoa, did you all just see that fly? A fly just flew in. I'm going to keep that in. It like landed on me and then flew away. Okay, anyways, the world will know this is real. Okay. I like to have a checklist for myself to update the content for my Google My Business listing. And it's like creating new content is showcasing to Google that I have updated relevant content, and it's just good SEO practice. So I do this and I have a checklist of what I do. And so I create a description. I have an image that I like to use with that description. And then I have a link, which is the URL to my blog post. And I just make sure to update that in Google My Business. And then I take that new URL blog post and I update Google Search Console. And I let Google know to crawl my website with that new URL, because you just created a new page technically for your blog. And so make sure you're optimizing it for SEO. And then I create Pinterest pins for that specific blog. So I'll create maybe between like 6 to 7 pins, and I'll create it all in Canva. I have Canva templates, so I'm not starting from scratch. And then I have a checklist of what I do for a VA. I don't have a VA currently, but in the future, when I do have a VA, I have steps for them already listed out. So that's why this is here. It says for VA, but I want you to know I do these steps. So I have a full checklist I had to write out. Like this is, you create the template and then open up Pinterest, go to create idea pin, add SEO rich title. Like literally I have to write out step by step for myself to remember like what I do to keep it the same every single week. All right. And then I have an Instagram workflow for myself where I go into Canva and I create Instagram story graphics and some post graphics that will lead people back to wanting to read that blog post. Again, it says podcast, but remember, I'm also using this for my blog posts as well. So I create those templates and then I batch them out. I actually batch them out natively in my Instagram app. Like you can batch out Reels and you can batch out carousel posts and Instagram static posts. Stories, not yet, unless there's a secret, I don't know. Otherwise, I'll also batch out stories using Meta, like my business Meta for my photography page. So that's a free workaround. And then if I had mini chat, which I do for the business side, I set up those mini chats for the specific blog post. So instead of them going click the link in my bio, I can just have them write out a keyword and it sends them the direct blog. All right. And then like here is where I would put it. I would create real graphics. So this would also be with the Instagram, like whenever I'm creating those Instagram posts. And then I have Flowdesk is my email marketing platform of choice. I go in and I email my family photography segment and I let them know, hey, there is a brand new blog post out, but I also like weave in, my personality in it. And I do not skip out on this because this is vital in me nurturing my segment week after week after week and keeping me top of mind. And this is something else. So these are literally the steps I take to promote one piece of content, and I don't do it all in, like, I batch these out. It takes me maybe up to 2 hours tops after writing out the long blog posts, and then I go in and I follow all of these instructions for me. And then I schedule these out, and they're scheduled out for the next, for me, week and a half. So marketing for that blog post is being taken care of. It's scheduled out. And yeah, and my email community is being nurtured. So there you have it. There is my complete step in for my SOP in Trello. And again, you can transfer this into your project management tool of choice. I just wanted to showcase to you like how I take one piece of content and how I spread it out. Really hope seeing the back end of my project management tool Trello was helpful for you in that you saw, like, it's not flashy, it's not sexy. You don't have to have an entire marketing team working under you to make this all happen. Like, wouldn't it be nice to have an entire marketing team? Yes, it would be. But most likely, you are running the show on your own. And so I want you to create some sort of SOP and put it in place, whether it be in Trello or Notion or ClickUp or Monday, whatever you decide to use. Please have a standard operating procedure on how you are actually going to promote that long form piece of content, and how, and maybe even have a specific day every week or every other week when you know you're creating that long form piece of content. That way you stick to a schedule. The whole point of me showing up week after week, I know it's not sexy, but it's to develop that muscle of consistency, and to also to showcase to you, the solo family photographer, that you too can be the CMO of your business, and you can, with consistency, that showcases your professionalism, and that makes other families want to work with you and connect with you. And it plants the seed of consistency week after week after week. Okay, so now that you watched all the way through, I want to know what aha moments you experienced, and if you are going to be implementing this into your own business, yes or no. I also want to invite you to the Family Photographers Marketing Society. So if you are looking for a consistent marketing plan to incorporate in your family photography business, this membership is for you. Again, I send this out every single Thursday morning, and I send out a weekly plan for how you can market your family photography business on Instagram and through email marketing. And again, it's like developing a muscle. It helps you develop a cadence of marketing over time so that you're planting those future seeds for your clients to see that you are going to be the go-to family photographer. Thank you so much again for watching all the way through. I really look forward to seeing you all next week with a brand new episode. Bye.